Carlina Rinaldi, who is with Reggio Children, once said, when we're listening to children, we must not just listen with our ears, but we must listen with our eyes and our heart. So what I'm here to talk about today is how our 5 core values builds inclusive practices. Relationships is one of our top core values. It is foundational to our program. The relationships that we have with children, our relationships we have with our fellow educators, our parents we see as the child's first teacher, the experts of their children. So developing strong partnerships with our parents is important. At Inspired by Wonder, we have many children with additional support needs, or otherwise known as children with special rights. And those children have a group of therapy teams that work with the children, helping to provide long and short-term goals. So physiotherapists, occupational therapists, and even child development therapists. It's really important that not 1 or 2 educators are familiar with their plans, but that everyone is familiar with our plans. And that is part of our inclusive process. The other core value that we have is lifelong learning. We provide many opportunities for our staff to attend a variety of different conferences or workshops. We definitely feel it's important for those educators who are working with children with a variety of additional support needs to continue their learning. The other part of lifelong learning is collaboration, collaborating with other people on our team, and also being open to hear the perspectives of the parents and the types of goals and hopes and dreams that they have for their children. Communication is our other core value that we have. At Inspired by Wonder, we try to think of communication as a vital part of building beautiful relationships that we have with one another. Part of our communication style is watching children. We have many nonverbal children in our program, so we want to look at their facial expressions. 90% of our communication is nonverbal and using our body language to communicate. So our teacher researchers spend a lot of time making observations, documenting, to try to figure out what the child is trying to tell us. Instead of looking at behavior as something negative, we look at it through the eyes of what is this child trying to tell us. Well-being is the other core value that I would like to talk about. All of our classrooms have many children who are different abled and have different abilities. And it is wonderful to see such positive interactions with all the children in the classroom. They have built their own community and take care of one another. Part of our program is to go outside every day. And we had developed a staff wellness incentive. So knowing that not all staff who've moved here might have appropriate clothing for outdoors, particularly here in Winnipeg, staff can go purchase their own coat and winter boots or rain boots or whatever they need so that they can feel comfortable and feel successful in going and taking the children outside every day, because that is something that we believe is really important. And that's also provided to the children. So our final core value that I wanted to talk to you today about is our value of inclusion. We have invested by having an inclusion support facilitator, and she does an incredible job meeting with the therapists, working sort of as the liaison and helping to develop goals for the children and then putting them together in a practical, everyday sense. We call them play trees. And every child has their own play tree posted in their classroom where it breaks down and reminds the staff about certain goals that the children are working on. One of the most common questions or comments I get from directors who may be hesitant about having children with additional support needs in their program is around fear of the unknown, fear if they're going to get supports, fear if they're going to have funding supports from their local government. But the joy of having an inclusive program is well worth it. And there are lots of people out there and lots of different kinds of supports and resources that would be there to help you run an effective, inclusive program. It is not a need or a want for families. It is the child's right to live fully to their potential and to participate fully in any program.